Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Tittle Tattle Tarot. It's me, Georgie, and again, I have, by request,
Mr. Georgie.
Mr. Georgie. Yes, Julian, my husband. Again, he's not very short. He's just on a camping chair. We've got to buy a chair. Well, it all went down so well last time, didn't it?
So I've been told.
We had such fun doing the last one about conspiracy theories.
So what lies are we putting right this week then?
What lies are we putting right?
Yeah.
We're going to
what needs addressing?
Right. We're only going to do one subject because I thought we spread ourselves out. Yeah, we're just going to stick to one, and we're going to pull a lot of tarot. Before, what did we pull? Just two, wasn't it?
One each.
Yeah,
one
we
each.
pulled one tarot each.
Yeah.
So
the truth and the falseness.
That's right.
You had the falseness, I had the truth.
Well, I'm not sure about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull quite a few more tarot, and yeah, we'll let the tarot talk as well.
Okay. What's the subject today then?
The subject today is chemtrails.
What are they?
I've no idea. No idea.
You haven't given me a chance to research this, have you?
Now, this is the thing. We aren't scientists.
We're not scientists.
No.
Are we not? Are we not? Oh.
Is that hard to believe?
What's a chemtrail then?
Well, you know, it's those lines that come out of the planes and they're all over the sky and they're like a big old patchwork quilt of lines.
Surely people don't do things like that. Surely not.
But, you know, it never used to happen, did it? You know, when we were kids, we never used to see that, did we, in the sky? All these lines and like
crisscrosses. Yeah. Crisscrosses. What do you reckon it is then?
What do I reckon it is? Well, I'm not a scientist. I'm a silly old tarot reader.
You're a silly old tarot reader.
No, nothing.
Right, so the tarot's going to tell us. Have you got your chemtrails pack of tarots out?
What I've got now, you can't see this, so you're going to have to trust me. I've got the Rider-Waite tarot all on the desk in front of me, all face down. So I'm just going to mush them about a bit. Well, they've all been mushed about, but I'm just going to pull the energy that I think. All right.
Okay.
So we'll pull a card first of all. Hang on.
Sure. Pull a card.
Hang on. Okay. I've got the Emperor in reverse. Emperor. Who do you think that is?
Name a few. Name a few.
Come give me an Emperor in reverse. Who do you reckon?
Oh, well, let's start off with the main man, shall we? The most how should we describe him? The most searched doctor in the world.
The most searched doctor in the world? What, a real doctor?
Oh, he's a real doctor, yeah. He's a real doctor, yes. He's a real doctor.
I know who you're talking
he's
about.
a real doctor, this man. He's a real doctor. Real doctor. You will see him everywhere. He's the most prolific doctor in the world.
Mr. Gates.
Mr. Gates, yes. Mr. Gates, yeah. Yes.
So where did you go to medical school then?
Oh, don't ask silly questions like that. You can't ask those sort of questions. He's the doctor.
Okay.
He's a doctor.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, he is a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put in the most powerful doctor in the world into Google, and have a little look, see what name comes up first of all.
All right. So Dr. Bill Gates. There he is, the Emperor in reverse. Are you telling me that he's been lying to us about this doctorate that he has? Is it a medical?
Oh no, he's got one. He's got one,
but it's not a medical one.
No, it's one of these honorary ones at the university, probably Harvard or someone like that. He probably made a big old donation to one of the unis, and he got that in the post by return.
Okay. So we've got our Emperor in reverse. Okay, and we reckon that's Bill Gates.
Yeah, that's Bill.
Okay,
that's Bill.
But let's get back to these old chemtrails, because people keep saying, oh, well, you know, they don't exist. It's just the stuff that comes out when we go on our EasyJet flight.
Our EasyJet flight?
You know, we're going on one later this year. So when we go on our EasyJet flight, that's just the stuff that comes out the back, like the carbon dioxide and the stuff. The stuff that comes out the back, and there's just a lot more air traffic, and that's just the stuff that gets pumped out the back.
So that's what gets pumped out.
That's what they say.
Well, you mean contrails?
Is that what I mean?
Contrails, I think you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. So contrails are what naturally come out of the back of planes.
Well, that's what this is. because they say it's just all these crosses and they're just more plain.
Well, you see, the older bullshit broadcasting company, they've got involved in this now, and their little weatherman, he
Yeah.
pops up on the screen at 6 o'clock at night, and he starts to talk about contrails because they need to get the younger generation used to seeing all this rubbish that goes on in the sky, all these old noughts and crosses that we have to play all every day now. And so the BBC are now talking about contrails.
Well,
Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at the old.
I don't know where to go.
You don't know where to go.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. And I'm going to take another bloody reversal. King of Swords.
King of Swords.
Is that your weatherman? King of Swords in reverse. You see, the King of Swords. Swords are very much your words, your thoughts, your words. It's the right way up. Your King of Swords wouldn't mislead you. If it was the right way up, no, but we got it the other way up. He's just nearly choked on his tea.
Don't maybe spit the tea out. God, you wouldn't think a government wants to mislead you, surely.
No, because if it was that way up,
yeah,
they wouldn't.
They wouldn't be misleading you.
No,
the government wouldn't mislead you.
No,
of course they wouldn't.
Because they'd be the King of Swords, the right way up. It's truth, it's justice. Look, doesn't that? It looks very, very just, that card.
Yeah.
And that would, but we haven't got it that way up.
You got it that way up. Mm. There you go.
So you think your weatherman might be lying? And the BBC.
BBC lying?
BBC?
Surely not. Surely not.
Silly,
surely not.
Let me put that one. Where's our emperor?
Over here.
All right, sticking with the emperor.
Yeah.
So they're doing this at night. Oh, I don't know. I don't watch the BBC.
Well, I've just come back and they were doing it on the way back. They're up there at the moment.
They're spraying.
Yeah, they're spraying at the moment.
So at the moment, I mean, you can see we've got a lovely day.
But it's starting to haze over.
Yeah.
Why is it hazing over? Why is the sky not blue?
This is what happens, isn't it?
Yep.
As soon as they start doing their old noughts and crosses, the sky starts getting just hazy, doesn't it? The sun starts.
There's a few patterns that are sort of we arrive at. So for the last few days, maybe the last week, it must have been a shift change today actually, because the last week, the pilots obviously need a bit of a break because they're at it all day long every day. So last week they started at around about 8 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Doing this because I saw them every time I was coming home, they were doing it. And then what do we wake up to every morning? Grey weather. Horrible, cold weather.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the sun starts to burn through the bloody stuff that they're spraying. And then we get a nice day. And then bingo, they come back out again at 8 o'clock.
Now,
but shift change, they're doing it at the moment. So it's about 2 o'clock or whatever it is now.
But now, so what is this? Is it the weather? Are they trying to stop, in a weird way, trying to stop global warming? Or are they spraying us with substances to, I don't know, to do something to our health? Our mental health?
What do you reckon?
Well,
what do you reckon?
What
do you reckon?
I'm a silly artist. I don't.
You're a silly artist, right? Well, obviously, I'm a world-renowned scientist, and I'm going to say they're doing it for both reasons.
He's a sports massage therapist,
They might be able to tell because there's a knee and an ankle in the background there.
I've got a knee and a foot. No, okay, so come on then. What you think it's been?
Well, obviously the Earth's warming, it's at boiling point, isn't it? Apparently, so we keep getting told, oh, it's boiling. It's boiling.
We're June, and I've still got a jumper on.
I know. It's been bloody freezing.
Right,
but no, it's the global warming, climate change. There's all that. There's all that bollocks. Let's get one for that. What's that one say?
This one is like your thief card. It's getting away with something.
Oh, right.
Getting away with something.
I think people might be getting away with a few things.
7 of Swords.
7 of Swords.
Yeah. It's like you can see. Look, it's sneaky. Looking behind it.
Yeah.
I got away with that.
I know that a lot of MPs in this country have been written to asking all about this because it's happening every day, and they deny all knowledge of it. Funnily enough.
But the one thing I want to know though.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you, because you seem to have all the answers. The thing I want to know is these pilots that do all this spraying. Now, I'm not saying they're not doing it, and I'm not saying that that's all EasyJet.
It's not EasyJet.
No,
you can see those planes flying way below them. because those
Yeah, they're
jets
low,
you can
aren't
see
they?
them flying around, and then you look up even higher. So originally they used to do this stuff, this chemtrail spraying lower down,
Yeah,
but as people have got to know what's going on, the planes have moved up
they've gone
higher.
higher up. Okay.
So the normal commercial passenger planes fly below the height that they spray their crap
It used to be
in.
the other way around.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's the other way around, but it's they're certainly higher than they used to be.
Yeah.
So what do you want on these pilots? What about these pilots?
These pilots that are doing this spraying.
Yeah.
Oh, they keep it all quiet, don't they? I mean, how have they not like sort of fed?
Well, they do it until they're really hungry and they have to come back down.
Oh no, I don't mean that. But how have they not? You'd think some of them or one of them would have just turned around and said, "Oh, you know what I'm doing." You know.
Well,
Mm.
well, I
How do
mean,
they keep them quiet? Do they like sign official secrets, or
well, they could do.
what do you reckon?
So then you've got to ask yourself the question as who owns the planes and who's doing it?
Well, yes,
So who do you reckon's doing it?
Bill Gates.
Well,
They
Bill,
wouldn't be
he's
doing it
a
yet.
busy man. He's flying all those planes. It must got to be the military, isn't it?
Military.
Hmm.
So it would
Because
be,
those planes, if you look at a lot of people have tried to get those planes on the apps on their phones where you can hold you can see the flight patterns and all the rest of it, and all their call signs are blocked.
okay.
So commercial airplanes aren't allowed to fly around without their call signs blocked.
But
So-
these ones are.
But these ones are. So they must be military planes.
Bloody hell. So it's the military doing it in our country and
Yeah,
the military
and
doing
everywhere,
it in
well,
America.
probably
It's the
everywhere else.
military.
But I have seen videos of small plane operators, especially in Canada. They get paid, I think it's $10 a gallon to spray, and they go up in small little 2-seater planes, and they spray up there in Canada. They get paid £10 a gallon, or $10 a gallon, and the pilots have been interviewed, and they're very happy that they're doing it because they think they're helping climate change.
And they've actually said that they're doing it, admitted that they're
They've
doing it.
admitted doing it, yeah.
But they don't know what they're spraying. They've been told what they're spraying.
They've
They
been
don't know
no,
what it
it's,
is.
it's on the side of the planes where the nozzles come out and where they have to fill them up.
Yeah.
It says on their chemtrails.
Yeah, I know. But as for what they're actually spraying, they probably don't know, do they?
Probably don't.
They
Probably
might
don't.
think it's one thing. Because you see,
Some of them even have to wear breathing apparatus inside the planes.
Well, I've heard that they spray, and it's very true, you know, around here. I don't know whether it's true where you are, but they tend to spray over like reservoirs.
Surely not.
But that's
Surely
what
not.
I've heard, and I
Surely
don't know
not. Is that
whether
why we've
that's
got
all
that
just-
expensive water filter downstairs?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thought
We've
it
got
might
a
be.
really expensive water filter because we don't trust the water. We
Don't
don't
tru-
trust anything.
Don't trust
We
anyone.
don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone or anything, especially your wives.
So, do you think that is like a thing that they would spray over the
Well,
water?
of course it is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, our cars are filthy at the moment.
Yeah.
And I did
yes,
see
they
something the other day, and if you go and scrape the tops of your cars off,
are.
all the dust that's on there,
Mm.
if you scrape it and put a magnet to it, it'll be magnetic. So then proves that there's what they're spraying up in the sky is
Some kind of
is a metallic
metallic-y thing.
substance. But for everything I've read, it's aluminium, it's barium, strontium,
That.
all sorts of stuff, graphene.
Okay, let's put another card.
You look at me quite seriously.
No,
then.
no, well, I don't know quite where I'm going with this.
You don't know where you're going.
Well, no, I'm a bit scared actually.
Why are you
See,
scared?
well,
Go
these
on.
things do scare me.
Pick one of those cards out.
Scare me.
Pick one of those chemtrail cards out.
I've got to think carefully. Oh God, I don't want to go. Where to
Hurry up,
go?
your million of viewers are getting bored in a minute.
Yeah, I've got King of Pentacles. Money?
Funny enough, money always comes into it,
Well,
doesn't
it
it?
does, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
King-
there's the thing again.
King.
Your old coffee pot.
All right. So money.
Money.
People being paid. but you know, what else?
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
Financially
What else?
beneficial is it?
Well, there's a whole huge operation. Someone's got to make the substances.
Sure, yeah.
Someone's got to transport the substances.
Well, where are they making it then? Oh, you see, you've let me down now. You don't know.
No one can get to the bottom of that one. So there's an industry that's making these substances, and obviously being paid a lot of money to do it, and obviously keeping it very, very quiet. So you've got that. You've got someone transporting it to the airfields, the military airfields, wherever it may well be. You've got an operation where it's going onto the planes. It's being loaded onto the planes. You've got a flight crew with planes that are kitted out to do it. Money has got to be changing hands all the way down that process.
So
Has to be.
do you think the next thing, I mean, obviously we had all the business with what happened health-wise, you know, over the last few years. I'm not going to say any of those words. But do you think the next like virus or the next sort of attack that way will come from?
You're not trying to say that the next pandemic is going to be airborne and it's going to be dropped from a plane? Surely not.
I'm not suggesting
You're not
anything,
suggesting anything like that, are you? Surely.
I don't know.
Well, coming back to your old Mr. Emperor here, he did say that the next one will get their attention. See, he likes to go onto TV and say these things, the most powerful doctor in the world.
He does.
The next one will get our attention. They've tried the old monkeypox, haven't they? We're not allowed to say that. We're not allowed to say that. They tried the monkeypox. That didn't go very well.
You said it twice.
I said it twice.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what they've got up their sleeves? So yeah.
So well, look, let's
Go on. Let's pull a few more.
Knight of Swords. You see, Knight of Swords, this is quick. This is like it's like a shock attack, doing something quickly, in and out, do it quickly, attack and then come out, attack and then come out. So is that like the spraying? Is that like sort of do it, come out, or is this
Well, you can see a pattern with it. So what happens with the spraying is they spray in the, let's just say they've gone up like say 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. They've sprayed. The planes then clear off. I don't know where they go. They must go somewhere else, other part of the country, do their lines, and then what happens is you can see them come back. So the spray dissipates.
Yeah.
So they're trying to block out the sun. The spray dissipates, and then what happens is the planes come back and basically fill in the gaps that they've missed.
Yeah.
So that they crisscross that way. So that they do their first spray, make a grid.
Yes.
They see what's happened, and then they come back and fill in the gaps. And you can see it happening every day.
Yeah.
You can see it. I haven't sat there and watched them, but you can see it. It's so obvious. When you know, you can't not see it.
No.
But I mean, it's a typical English thing. The English will just moan about the weather.
Oh, God, yes.
And they'd say, oh, the weather's not very nice today. Well, if you looked up to the sky, you'd see that they've buggered about up there for so long that they've messed the weather up.
Yeah.
And so they're up there all the time.
So when are Harvard going to have you back for a lecture, do you reckon?
I don't know. We're struggling to come up with a fee for me. They can't meet my fee at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're struggling to make my fees. Yeah. So I don't know. It's going to be a while. I see I'm charging more than Bill Gates, you see.
So look, let's go over our cards then. So the very first card that we had was this Emperor in reverse. We said, well, that has got to be the person at the bottom of this is Dr. Bill Gates.
Dr. Gates, yeah.
Dr. Bill Gates.
Most powerful man in the world.
At the bottom of all this, whether it's climate or whatever it is, it's all sneaky behaviour. Got sneaky
very
behaviour.
Sneaky.
So we pulled the Emperor first of all. Then we went on, wasn't it, a King of Swords?
King of Swords, I think.
It was a King of Swords, and that was lies, isn't it? Lies, and more lies. King of Swords, if it's the right way up, you know, it's honest and just and absolutely wouldn't lie to you, but it was that way up.
Yeah.
And then we had this one, wasn't it?
think it was, yeah.
And this is Seven of Swords. This is theft. So now it doesn't mean to say monetary theft, but it could be like taking advantage, look, getting away with it, sneaky behavior, pulling the wool over people's eyes. This is like a typical, that kind of sneaky behavior, as I say. And then we had this knight. All of these are very sort of attacking cards, very, very hard cards. The Knight of Swords, that's sort of, like I said, in, out, do it, get away with it, you know, charge in. And then we said King of Pentacles, money.
As per usual.
A lot of,
that's what it all comes down to.
Money involved.
Yep.
So, you know, but I mean, I was looking at various things. I had my bit of paper here because I was just like looking at, you know, who says what about things. And what about the earthquakes? Do you think that do you remember those earthquakes that happened recently?
Well, those earthquakes?
Yeah.
Well, that one in, where was that one? Where was that one?
Oh God, I don't know, but it was
recently, wasn't it? Recently. One in Europe. Yeah, I can't think where it was now.
Yeah.
But it was happened midweek, I think. Happened midweek.
That's right.
And strangely, I don't know how the hell they knew this, but all the countries got their diplomats out of that country
before it happened.
Before it happened, yeah. Funny that. All the diplomats had to leave the country. Were told to leave the country before this earthquake happened.
But they could have tarot, you see.
They must have been the tarot. They must have had a tarot. They must have had a private tarot reading with you.
Yes, they did.
On your earthquake cards.
Earthquake cards.
So yeah, it's a bit weird that though.
Could have happened.
It could have happened, yeah. They could have had their tarot reading. Okay. I expect they got told to leave the country because they knew there was going to be an earthquake happening.
So no, I mean, I was looking at Fox News. I mean, I don't know much
Fox
about
News.
Fox News, but they don't believe it at all.
Of course they don't. Of course they don't.
Just like all the aeroplanes.
Well, I think then you've then got to ask.
Money.
Follow the money.
Follow the money.
See, bit like the old bullshit broadcasting company. Follow the money.
Yeah.
Wonder who puts most money into the BBC. Funny enough, it's the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, I mean, they always say, well, like, follow the science.
No, you've got to follow the money. Then you find out what the bloody hell's going on.
But you know, there are all these scientists, like your friends at Harvard. You know.
Yeah, well, see, I'm probably one of the few scientists at Harvard that's not being paid to actually rig a report or something. Perhaps that's why my reports are at the bottom of the pile. Because they're not paying me enough.
So, I mean, it's just like all the stuff with the old, you know, virusy bit, isn't it? Where they're saying, oh, you know, we are the science.
Oh, has there been a virus recently?
Yeah.
Say
it, please don't say it. You've already said the other word. So yeah, I mean, it's like that, isn't it? We are the science. We know the science. We trust the science.
Trust the science.
Don't trust it at all.
Don't trust any bloody science. Don't trust the politician. Don't trust the government. Don't trust the government's advisors or a scientist.
So I mean, this is just him and me just chewing the fat, really.
Chewing the fat.
This is the kind of thing we do in the evening. Just sit here and talk about rubbish. So it's like I said, he's a massage therapist. I'm a silly
I'm not.
artist.
I'm a bloody scientist. I'm a scientist.
So don't attack us. We don't know. We're just, you know.
Yeah, you won't find much about this on the internet anywhere. Of course you won't.
Well, no, it's all just it's so silly. It's just airplanes and stuff.
So yeah, basically people need to get off their phones and start having a little look around.
That's true.
Not doing that.
They're so busy looking down at their phones and texting that they don't.
They've been trained. They've been trained.
And see the sky,
they've been trained to look at their phones all the time.
Yeah.
So you need to start. So your neck does go back that way. Your head does go back that way.
Look up.
Have a little look up. If you can't do that, lay on the floor and look up. You'll see it then.
Yeah.
There you go.
So have you got anything to add?
No, not really. No.
Well, I think that's it. Should we put one final card?
Go on, put a final card then.
Oh, bloody hell.
The devil. The devil.
I think that sort of says it all, doesn't it, really?
There you go.
The devil.
The devil.
Should we leave on that note?
We'll leave on that note. Leave on a bit of devilness.
Blimey. I tell you what, some dark old cards we put there. So much dark. I mean, the devil's dark old card, but you know, just like hard cards. Very.
You do like to rattle a cage, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I just like to have a little bit of a talk. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just interesting to get your opinion.
My
on
opinion,
things.
yeah. Yeah.
So should we sign off then?
Well, yeah, I can't hang about because I've got to go and do lots of interviews.
Yeah.
I'm in demand.
It wouldn't be Fox.
No, Fox
though.
don't want me. Fox don't want me, no.
Well, okay. We'll have a think about
Another
something
one.
else to do.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll come up with something for me.
You love our pearls of wisdom,
Yeah.
don't you?
Right.
Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.